What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. You know, a lot of the Kyrie Irving talk and everything is just, the headliner situation right now, or the headliner news right now, possibly going to the Lakers simply because of who Kyrie is and how great of a player he is and all that comes with him. But I feel like one possible trade the Lakers are trying to, go after that's kind of going unnoticed is, a trade with the Pacers. And the trade with the Pacers right now, the person that they're looking into is Buddy Hield. Now, Buddy Hield was a name that they looked at before they got Russell Westbrook. And now they're on the Buddy Hield bandwagon again. They're looking into Buddy Hield possible, trade, once again. So, that would be, a really big move for for the Lakers, because when I think about, what the Lakers are missing, my main thing I always say they're missing is defense. But with Russell Westbrook on the floor, they are missing an extra shooter, because Russell Westbrook can't stretch the floor like that. And that's the problem with that LeBron James he has the situation so much, because Russ can't stretch the floor the way LeBron would like it, because LeBron is used to being surrounded by a bunch of shooters that he can find and allow defenses to rethink their strategy and try to collapse on the shooters, where it gives LeBron James one-on-one coverage, basically, where he can get to the rim at will anytime he chooses to. And see, this is the problem that they have with Russell Westbrook. He can't stretch the floor at all because he can't shoot, worth a damn. It really makes their offense makes their offense limited at times during games. That's why the momentum swing of the games that the Lakers played last year all was in favor of the opposing team most of the time, because when the Lakers built leads, they couldn't sustain them because Russell Westbrook, one of their main players / scorers, or whatever you want to call it, can't shoot. And that hurts LeBron's. That hurts LeBron's assist total. That hurts LeBron's more opportunities for LeBron to get to the paint or have one-on-one coverage of getting to the basket. And it doesn't space the floor out enough for Anthony Davis at times. That's why when teams are down 20 plus points, they just realize if they play within their means and keep the dwindle the lead down some here and there and keep it within striking distance, they can make a move, because at some point Russell Westbrook's going to take some crazy shots, some crazy, threes or whatever he takes most of the time. I see him taking like the little 17-footer where he tries to hit it off the glass, from like the elbow kind of sort of, which he does make that at times, but I've seen him miss that poorly this past year. I've seen him miss a lot of 3-pointers, of course. That's never really been his specialty, but this is my thing. With somebody like Buddy Hield, he would make up for what Russell Westbrook doesn't do, which is stretch the floor and knock down big shots consistently. So this is who they wanted at first, before LeBron stepped in and said he wanted Russell Westbrook. And now they have a chance to get somebody like Buddy Hield to add him to the roster. Now you're cooking with grease, because now you got Russell Westbrook on there. But even though he's not finding his stride like that, or he may not find his stride at the moment or whatever when the season starts, at least you got another shooter out there in Buddy Hield that everybody, or a lot of people in the NBA, respects, because they know how good of a shooter he is. And when you leave him out there wide open, he will hurt you. And see, this is my point. This is why I said the Lakers should have got him the first time instead of getting Russell Westbrook, simply because he's more of a value to LeBron than Russell Westbrook is, because Russell Westbrook is just almost like LeBron. He has to drive to the basket 80+% of the time to get his points. Where I will take that back. Now LeBron is a better 3-point shooter than he's ever been. He definitely showed that last year. So maybe LeBron doesn't have to drive to the basket as much as he used to. I'm gonna go ahead and take that comment back, because LeBron was shooting his tail off last year. He was knocking down threes. I think that's, I don't want to say, but I feel like that's one of the best, shooting seasons all around that he's had in a while, because usually we see LeBron go to the basket so much and put so much pressure on defenses by going to the rim, drawing fouls, getting people in foul trouble, going to the free throw line, finding people with his dime assists and knocking down down threes, or taking shots when they're available, but now, I guess now that he's aged a little bit, now that his jump shot is, developed a little bit more, now, like last year when we saw him, he was taking a lot more threes than what he usually does. Usually he would, he drives to the basket 90% of the time, but I guess age and, more wisdom and, working on other parts of his game, I guess that allowed him to do that. And he still had one of the best seasons he had, in his career, and even at the age that he was at, which is very amazing. But as I said before, not to get too off topic, having somebody like Buddy Hield will make his life even easier, because now when he decides to drive to the paint, he'll have somebody out there who can space the floor that other defenses respect. And on top of that, it allows LeBron to have more opportunity to find other players and, maybe even find Anthony Davis, in the paint for easy 2 points, because the defense isn't all collapsed on them, because Russell Westbrook is standing out there and can't shoot because he can't stretch the floor. So you have somebody like Buddy Hield come in there who stretch the floor. It definitely makes everybody else's job easier when, you have the right shooters and the right clientele in place. And Buddy Hield is in the corner, the wing, top of the key. It doesn't matter. Buddy Hield is going to score points. I mean, he is going to knock down shots. So this would be a good trade for the Lakers. I think they definitely need to look into it. I think they need to look into it very, very, deeply, because when you think about who else is left on the Lakers, that you look at maybe in the starting lineup, of course you got Malik Monk, and then maybe, I don't know if they might throw Austin Reeves or something like that in there. Who knows? But regardless, it's having more shooters definitely benefits LeBron more, and you want your best player to feel the most comfortable, because it's going to, maybe save him some more energy, save him more everything. Because like I said, if he's got the right pieces, he always works better that way. I mean, he's always found LeBron has always found ways. When he's had shooters around him, he's always found ways to be even more effective than he was when he didn't have shooters around him, because LeBron can always score points, always. But I can remember back in his Cleveland days when he really didn't have no shooters around him like that. He had maybe one or two, Mo Williams or somebody like that. But when he's had shooters around him, like, I say when he was on Cleveland in, like, say 2015, 2016 with Kyrie, J.R. Smith, all them, and he had a lot of selection around him where it allowed his game to flourish even more, and for him to even play at a higher level than even what he usually does, if that's feasible for you to believe that. But this is what I'm saying. Somebody like Buddy Hield can take more pressure off of LeBron James. That's my whole point, because Buddy Hield could put the ball on the floor and score better than what people think he can, and he's a knockdown shooter, and that would be the one person LeBron would trust 80-90% of the time when he kicks the ball out, to the 3-point line, or maybe Malik Monk or somebody like that. But that's my point. Having players like that on the team will actually make the all-around team system better offensively. And then all thing you have to do is kind of work on their defense and, kind of pick things up from there. Hopefully Anthony Davis can stay healthy. He'll help their defense if he's out there. And maybe they'll add one or two pieces, that specialize in defense, maybe knock down a shot or two. And now maybe the Lakers got something going, because like I said, these are the things they need to fill. These are the gaps they need to fill. They need that one shooter that they always could depend on. And Buddy Hield would be that. He would be that one shooter that it's like 89% of the time when you give it to him, you feel like it's going in every time he shoots it. And that's the one thing that, every team needs. Every team needs that one guy that they feel like they can always depend on, that third guy, that third undeniable scorer, where it's like, I know he's going to get his points. I know he's going to knock down his three. If I just get it to him, we got 3 points on the board. Every team needs that type of guy. So I think, Buddy Hield would be that type of guy for the Lakers. And I think he would definitely, help out a lot. Even with Russell Westbrook, I think he would help, because when Russ gets in trouble trying to dribble the ball too much and don't know who to pass it to and kind of like, confused, he could just throw it to somebody like Buddy Hield in the corner, catch and shoot. That's 3 points. Whereas it could have been a turnover by Russell Westbrook because he got confused and made the wrong decision. The other team got 2 points on a fast break, and you just got 3 points off a mistake. So there's the differential right there. So, I mean, definitely having an extra shooter wouldn't help, even though I know the Lakers got enough offense, and I've said that millions of times, but I definitely think that, somebody like Buddy Hield would actually complete their offense a little bit more because, like I said, I feel like he's that one piece that, the Lakers had a couple seasons ago in KCP. When they had KCP, they won the championship because he was that certified guy that LeBron, in the back of his mind, I'm going to KCP if I need him to knock down, if we need a big shot knocked down and I'm driving to the basket, he's going to be the one I look for. And KCP knocked down a lot of shots, in that run they had in the bubble, along with Danny Green too, because Danny Green has always been that type of player as well, to knock down shots when you need him to, play a little bit of defense. So, I mean, along with him as well, but KCP was, a big focal part of what the Lakers accomplished in that bubble, even though he goes unnoticed because he's a role player. But role players are just important as superstars, at times, because without the role player doing the little things, the dirty work, or knocking down the 17-footers or knocking down the shot when you give it to him to put you up and maybe swing the momentum of a game, you're not going to win a championship without those type guys. So, I mean, they serve just as much value at times, not all the time, because of course a superstar is more valuable because he could do it every night against anybody and nobody can stop a superstar but himself. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. You got to have those certain guys, those certain other guys make a difference when you're trying to win a championship. So I don't believe Buddy Hield can help them win a championship, but what I'm saying is Buddy Hield can definitely better their chances of being a more well-rounded team on offense, and they won't leave a lot of empty possessions on offense the way they did last year and allow other teams to come back from 25 plus points to come back and beat them, who shouldn't even be on the same floor as them. But this is what I'm saying. Having more well-rounded offense, and they just kind of work on their defense here and there, maybe find somebody in the offseason, maybe a couple players, they can kind of pick up on their defense some. And plus they got Darvin Ham as the coach, so maybe he'll help them with their defense, or, at least motivate them to try to play defense. Maybe that's all they need, is just some motivation to at least attempt to play defense. Trying definitely goes a long way. Effort goes a long way. So, we'll see what happens with that. But I definitely think that this would be a good opportunity for them to grab somebody like him. I think he's, he would be a good piece. I thought he'd be a good fit for the Lakers when his name came up last year sometime about them trying to acquire him, and then the Russell Westbrook thing happened. But definitely be a good trade for the Lakers. I definitely think they need to look into it and, see what happens, see if they can acquire him. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.